Hey everyone, how are you doing? Gen Furukawa, co-founder of Prehook. Today, I want to share with you how you can use your Prehook quiz data to improve your Klaviyo emails, SMS, and personalization. Basically, the value of Prehook is that you're gathering customer data, zero-party data that the customers proactively and willingly share with you. Now, what you do with that data is critical and can help differentiate your brand, your communications from the rest of the brands that are trying to vie for attention and wallet share come Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So let's get into it real quick. Quick note that once you set up your integration between Klaviyo and Prehook, which is as simple as just copying and pasting a 6-digit public API key, all of the data gets automatically and instantly sent from Prehook to Klaviyo. So that means that you can use this zero-party data that the customers share with you via the quiz and use it instantly so that they get personalized emails. Now let's share 3 examples. The first one being the most simple. How would you insert a custom property? So a custom property is basically any information, basic information. It could be as simple as their gender or geography or size. And it could be more complex or more insightful, like zero-party data, what their biggest challenges are, what their goals, what their preferences are. Now, let's see how you'd actually use this in an email. So in Klaviyo, in a campaign, so it could be a campaign, by the way, or it could just be an email in a flow. We're going to edit the email. And in this box here, you just choose a text box. I'm going to delete this so we can start from scratch so you can see. But basically, all of the data from Prehook comes through here. So the custom property is going to be your quiz question. So you can see here, there are a bunch of quiz questions, of course, but like, for example, what type of glasses are you shopping for? Or which dog do you have? But say, hey, for example, your question is like in the quiz, what's your name? So that would be the custom property. The value is whatever the customer enters in the quiz. So you could be like, hi, and it would be whatever their name is or whatever they added. Quick note here, this default is if they do not add anything. So if it's an optional question, for example, you don't have anything. You don't necessarily want to have a blank one. You could add something like friend or hey there, whatever it is. Because it is dynamic using the quiz data, it will show up as whatever name somebody added. So to verify that it works, you'll check preview here, and we can preview it here. And so I added my name, Gen, so it shows up as hi, Gen. If your name is Bob and you filled out the quiz and added Bob, you would see Bob here. So this is a beauty of personalization, is you're building once and you're scaling infinitely. Everybody gets a different email depending on the quiz answers. Now I want to show you a second thing that I think is fantastic, which is conditional splits. This is a great way to, at a high level, personalize the content and the offers and messaging that you're sending people based on the custom properties, based on their quiz responses. So here's what a conditional split looks like. In a flow, so this is basically Klaviyo's way of calling it an automation, you would drag in a conditional split. So if they have, let's say, for example, you click properties about someone. So your quiz question. So let's say, for example, here, what are you looking for? Or what are your favorite fruits? Any of these questions. So what color are your eyes, for example? Let's say it's like a makeup brand. And if it's amber, so you can add that split. So if their eye color is amber, then you can send an email and you can add content specific to people with amber eyes. And then if it's not, then you would send something else. Now you can drag in another conditional split here. So if it's a different color, and then you can add content specific to that color and so on. So you can add multiple conditional splits. And so this is great because you can add educational content or offers or relevant products to that persona. So somebody with amber eyes would get products or educational content for people with amber eyes. And all of a sudden, the relevance and the engagement will increase. And therefore, ideally, you would see an increase in conversion rate because you're able to personalize at this high level. Now, here's the last one. And this is kind of like one of the coolest ones is after you take a quiz, one of the main benefits is people will get recommended a product. So you can make it as easy as possible to ask a few questions and scan the inventory, recommend the product most relevant to their challenges or their needs. Now let's build this from scratch. So you would build a flow. Let's just call it Prehook post quiz flow, you will use the metric Prehook product recommendations. That means that once somebody is recommended a product in the Prehook quiz, it will automatically trigger this flow to start. Now, once they are in the flow, you can certainly add a time delay, a wait to see if they've purchased or not. And then you'd send an email. We are sending the product that they saw, and you can add the specific product and then maybe content around that. So let's do a drag and drop. All right. And it doesn't really matter here just because it's an example. But I want to show you how you can dynamically add all of the relevant data, the product image, the product URL, the product title, the price, all of these things into the email. So what you do here is you're going to click preview, and you'll see that Prehook product recommendations is the metric. And this is all of the data that is related to that metric. So that means that once the recommendation was made, this is the data associated with it. So it starts at 0, but you can see that there are 3 different products that were recommended. So let's start with 1. Now, if you just click, for example, image, let's start with image so you can actually see. Just click image, and then this placeholder text will pop up. Copy that, you can close. And now let's add in the image here. So let's just imagine we're going to say, hey, here's your product recommendation, and we'll show an image of the recommended product. So there's a bit of a recall and an association with the quiz that they just took. Now we'll replace image and add in, click placeholder here, paste it in, and now it's a placeholder. So if I'm recommended something, I might see something. If Susan is recommended something different, she might see that different product. And again, to verify that it is working properly, we can preview now. And so this is the product recommended. This is our inventory of Shopify's demo inventory, but you can see how that is showing up. And again, you would do the same to show the text, for example. So let's just say, here's your recommended product. And then, so for example, you can add the product title. And so that's it. 3 simple ways that you can personalize your Klaviyo experience from your customer's perspective with your Prehook data. It's really cool, really powerful, and one way that you can differentiate and succeed come Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you have any questions, please do reach out to me directly. Again, that's gen@prehook.com. Would love to help you out. Or just take a look, get started with Prehook. We have a 14-day free trial, prehook.com, and you can install it on the Shopify App Store. All right, best of luck this Black Friday, Cyber Monday. See you soon. Bye.